But back on a more that Revelation, back on a more serious note, or this goes into when it all boils down, it goes into whether you're of the elect or not, or if you're not of the elect, there's pretty much nothing you can do, or it was always too late for you to repent. And on the flip side, if you are of the elect, or there's nothing you can do to change that. Of course, if you do wickedly, the Heavenly Father's still going to judge you and all that. Or just like King David, Peter, which we believe are the same. We're the same people in the reincarnation. Or they did things worthy of destruction. Or committing adultery, denying the Lord. Or but they were still. But the Lord, He decided to have mercy on them. Because first chapter of Ephesians, it was the good pleasure of His will. All right, but either way, that's why we strive. That's why we have that faith. That's why we come out here. That's why we do videos, or that faith and works. All right, because like I said before, we want to be in that number.
This is Revelation chapter 6. Chapter 3, verse 6. It says, "He that hath an ear, let him hear what the Spirit saith unto the churches, and to the angel of the church in Philadelphia," which means brotherly love. It says, "Write, these things saith he that is holy." So he's set apart. "He that is true." It says, "He that hath the key of David, he that openeth and no man shutteth, and shutteth and no man openeth." And land backing up the statement, Peter was the only other one to receive that key, and that's how we, believe through the reincarnation that those are the same men. Verse 8, it says, "I know thy works. Behold, I have set before thee an open door, and no man can shut it. For thou hast a little strength, and hast kept my word, and hast not denied my name." Keep going.
No, that was it.
Okay.
All right, but basically, that goes into it's like I said before, you're either of the elect or not.
Right. And like you said, man, he said he got before you open door. Now, in order to enter into that kingdom, we got to go through the straight and narrow. All right, the straight and narrow path is that position of difficulty that's set before you. You got to go through trials and tribulations. But if you endure all that and endure to the end, you're going to get through that door, man. Okay? And we want to be those men, Lord willing, that has not denied the Lord's name, have not denounced the name, or become disenchanted with His truth. We want to endure unto the end. You got it, all right? You got that Amos 8 and 11? This Amos chapter 8, verse 11. And it reads, "Behold, the days come, saith the Lord Jehovah, that I will send a famine in the land, not a famine of bread, nor a thirst for water, but of hearing the words of the Lord."
But that that famine of bread and water is coming as well. Or because that's going to be that's going to be the process. That's going to be like one of the first. That's going to be like one of the first things that's going to happen. Or as far as all this talk of net neutrality, or an internet kill switch, or like defaming the men of the Lord.
That's right.
Yeah, sick, man, sick.
Fucking.
That shit is sick, man.
What?
This place has got to go. All right, but Slakia, but just stay on topic. Or they're in the process of trying to round us up, run us off the streets, or stop this word. This word, the cat's already out of the bag. So everyone's gonna fall into their place. All right, but for those of you, or that are still on the fence, or that are still, or you know, don't know whether or not, or you want to be about this or not, or you know, make a decision because you know at a certain point it's going to be too late, or you know, it could be, it could be too late, all right, you know, tomorrow in fucking 5 minutes, all right, all right, but you know, as soon as, like I said, you know, like repenting, or you know, it's kind of like getting on a bus, or and going to that final destination, or you know, you could, or let's say you get off at you know, the wrong stop and all that, or you cross the street and take the bus in the other direction.
Make a detour.
You know, there's still a chance you can catch another bus and still get there. All right, but you know, at a certain point, or you know, that bus is gonna stop running. Or you know, or you know, you might have to, or you might have to just walk. You know, like those foolish virgins. All right, but you know, you might not make it on time.
All right.
All right, so it's best to like just get on that bus and stay on that bus.
Right.
You know, until you get to where you need to go.
Right.
Hey, the bus might have hella stops, you know what I mean? But hey, stay on it. You might hit hella turns, hella.
Yeah, someone in a wheelchair.
Yeah, God. You know, the bus hit the lumps and shit. Yeah, you gotta get the damn fucking wheelchair. Which I mean, it ain't nothing wrong with that. But it's like, if you hurry enough somewhere, then somebody get on the wheelchair. You like, ah, man.
You know, Jake got that time where they gotta be at work. He's so
Hell
getting that time where they gotta get to work somewhere. Jake be on the bus early
Man,
morning
what?
in that wheelchair.
like-
I'm gonna stop for him.
Man, what? You like, God,
I gotta make it to work.
damn,
Come on,
sex work, you know.
This is Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 2. And the Lord answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain upon tables, that he may run that readeth it.
All right, you know, all right, these scriptures, or you know, getting the proper breakdown, or you know, learning these scriptures, or you know, and then or you know, like running is like teaching the scriptures. Running is you know, prophesying and doing the work.
It says, for verse 3, for the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie.
All right, so you know, we're approaching, you know, we're approaching that point, or you know, once or you know, all these things that you know, we talk about that are going to happen, you know, that people scoff at, or you mean Bakar, or just show them that sign real quick. You know, that's one of the main things. You got people walking by, you know, or you know, sometimes you know they'll smirk at it a little bit, you know, the end of the world, you know, because you know in these movies it's always you know or you know, some weirdo, some homeless guy holding up a sign saying it's the end of the world and all that. So you know they equate that, you know, to us, or to you know, they just think they're just gonna go about their day-to-day lives, but you know at a certain point, you know, some shit's gonna go down. It's gonna strike, you know, in the back of their head. It's like, oh shit.
It says, shit. It says, though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not tarry.
Right, because you know it seems like it's like tearing, or you know that you know, with North Korea opening up the phone lines with South Korea, North Korea opening up the phone lines with all right, the USA and all that. All right, so people think it's gonna fizzle out, it's gonna mellow out. All right, but then you know that's just like you know, if the Heavenly Father's not wreaking havoc in one area, he's wreaking havoc in another. Or you know, like I mentioned, there's this flu epidemic that's going around that's actually or you know, killing people. All right, because you know, Lord willing, I'm gonna bring that lesson out. But you know, that one you know, that one Moabite that or you know, that bit the dust and all that, she looked like you know, healthy, like she could like withstand, you know. Or you know, but or you know, there's just so many things, you know, or just like going. It's just there's just like there's this one big thing that's going to happen, you know, where it's just going to push the rest of these prophecies into process. Right. Like we don't know what, you know, like I was saying before, this so-called white man is or you know, choreographing, or you know, he doesn't know. You know, it's kind of like you know, just like any type of like like boxing match or whatever, there or you might aim for the nose, but they might block it, so you go for the ribs, or you might want to go for like a takedown. All these are like different, different moves hitting, hitting different parts of the body. All right, but it's something, something's gonna happen that's gonna contribute, or to that takedown, to that knockout.
We got the perfect president to usher in World War III, if it be the Lord's will.
Oh, was that it?
Yeah, I know it was kind of off topic, but the reason I grabbed it is because y'all made a good analogy, and I was thinking of it in my head. Y'all was talking about the whole wheelchair topic on the bus, and you was talking about if you're already on this thing, if you're already in this thing, you might as well stick in it. Y'all was talking about the wheelchair topic, how that slows you down. So you got a prophecy that comes to pass. Say for example the RFID chip, the 3-square-M, and then it kind of fizzled away. So that's kind of like the person getting on. It kind of make it seem like it's tarrying, but in reality it's not. Especially if you're being a true watchman. Okay.
Yeah, that's why people, are like not only followers, but people, like outside the truth. Like I was like saying before, if something like big happens, but it's not, that one thing, or you have like people like are just like crowding around. That happened to the apostles and during September 11th, or as far as like I think they had like a website, they had all these people, all right, coming to the website, wanting to get this knowledge because they're because the scriptures say that wisdom and knowledge would be the stability of thy times.
Right.
Or people are looking for that even whenever something like major happens, people are flocking to like or even these like false churches get an influx of people whenever something like bad happens, or even because I was in school when September 11th happened, or and there was this impromptu like church service, or and I went to it, all right, and all right, but what happened? You had like all these the campus chaplain or pastor or whoever the hell he was, or and I found myself like there was this one bitch sitting next to me that I didn't know from Adam, all right, or just talking about shake hands with the person next to you, or she was like crying and all that, so what you or just like making friends with people you don't know and shit, or just being in a panic, or want to be just like close to people and shit like that. That's the type of things that happen, or whenever something big happens. But once it dies down, things go back to like so-called like normal and all that, or so people just forget all about, or their affliction and all that. All right, but in this truth, you have to be prepared at all times.
Right.
Or of course, to the best, we're not perfect and all that. All right, but we have that discernment to know that something major can happen, at any point. Or as far as that's why you have like Akim, tackling like certain things, or whether they hear about or this certain people just dying from diseases, where they hear about, or a war, or skirmish, or even if something as small as like racist graffiti or whatever, or we know that every little thing is going to contribute to all these things, whatever pertains to prophecy, we bring it out, and we prepare. Or even with what was that, Hurricane Sandy? Or when Hurricane Sandy hit, I thought I was gonna have to do like a Book of Eli type deal. I thought they were gonna, I thought FEMA was gonna start like rounding people up. All right, because it was hard to like navigate through the city. It wasn't all that bad, but it was worse than anyone was used to as far as like this region of the country and like natural disasters. It's like, when the fuck do you hear about a hurricane hitting New York and New Jersey? When do you hear about that?
Yeah.
Where the destruction, it's New Jersey looks like Louisiana. When do you hear about that? I you know, as far as like a hurricane, like I've never, you know, until then, you know, that was about 6 years ago. I've never witnessed like anything like that or heard anything like that.
Hey, so like they got that movie called Geostorm. I'm pretty sure brothers seen it. And there was this weapon they sent out of space called Dutch Boy, and they show you how Esau controlled the weapon, man. They basically put them, it was like a little similar to the heart, but it was like an outer space machine though, but it controlled the weather the same way the heart did. And Esau show you in the movies like that, man. That dude understand how to manipulate the element.
And doing that, like you know, like and even all these like the old like superhero from like the 60s, like, you know, whether it be like Batman or Spider-Man, you have that super villain that wants to control the weather. Like even fucking like there was even like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Shredder tried to do it. You know, that's one, you know, it's one of the main things as far as like I said before, as far as like, this entertainment, that's just like choreographed. And you know, if not that, you know, if it's not that deep, at least it gave somebody an idea.
Oh hell yeah! It's like that movie.